Welcome back to another
episode
Shut
of the
up, dude.
Flycast
episode Who Gives a Fuck?
Frick?
Today we've got a
Special guest. James Sellers, hottest dude in OpTic.
Make a Wish. Wait, hottest dude in OpTic.
At OpTic.
Hottest dude at OpTic. Definitely not in.
No chain.
No chain, no bitches.
Yeah.
Hottest dude in OpTic. Second most muscle in OpTic. In a avid marathon runner and serial dater. We got a special episode today. We're going a whore.
Yeah, you guys called me a whore on the last episode, and I'm here to defend myself. I've
Good.
come to state my
There's no
claim.
defending. Okay, we're going to the
gonna
hookah
get
bar.
there. We got a special one today, man. We're going straight to the fucking hookah bar.
Hookah
I have
bar.
a weird story to start this off.
What story?
So I got out of my car.
Oh my God, those dogs are beautiful.
Park in the garage. I got out of my car. I'm walking past these two, probably like 20, 22-year-olds. They're just like chilling in the garage. But I just walk past them just like this. Then I'm like 20 feet past, and one of them goes, "I could for sure beat you up." And I was like this. I was like,
There was two 22-year-old guys.
and I turn around, and I was like, "Why are you saying this?" It's like, I don't know. I just saw like you have decent arms, but like scrawny legs. And I was like, really? The fucking scrawny legs? And I was like, let me see your legs. And he had on sweatpants, and he like started going like this. And I was like, actually, never mind.
Wait, what?
And then everyone just like started laughing a little bit, and I was like, all right.
Wait, this actually
This
happened?
happened?
No, I swear
In
this
this parking
this
garage?
just happened before I got in here. That's why I was like, I'm gonna save this for the podcast.
the
But like,
hell?
what the fuck?
That is so
For
random.
one, I don't think he could have beat me up. For two,
He probably could have, but
there
like
was
that's
two
so,
of them, and then they probably could have beat me up.
But like,
But I
what-
thought it was like,
Wait, can you describe what these people look like?
You're like
Or
LA Thieves gear.
It was
they
Dan
were
Ghosty?
street. They look like street dudes. He had a red bandana around his ankle.
So he could have beat.
so he could have beat you
Oh.
up.
Was
Well,
it like a
I
red
don't think-
bandana?
I don't think
So you're
one
getting-
of them could have, but I think both of them. But I think they were doing like
You're getting smoked.
it's some like TikTok trend to like let's
say
try to
that?
get a reaction.
Were
So
were they
at first
recording?
no, they weren't. And at first I
The
even looked,
fuck?
and I was like,
They were
are they like recording or something?
they were just heckling for the love of the game.
They were just heckling for the love of the game.
I
You want
kinda
to simulate
fuck
what
with
you would have
that.
done? Should we attack him and then like you simulate how you would have?
Yeah, I'll go for the cock.
The
What do you
issue
got?
is my back's tweaked right now, so
I'll go for the
I might have
back.
just got
Oh,
fucked up.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'll go for
probably
the
better.
back.
Yeah, that's probably better.
But yeah, it was very strange. That was the first. That was the first, especially in Frisco. You don't really
Not much.
experience harassment. But
Yeah, not much
once they
harassment.
pointed out the legs, I kind of shut down.
Not much harassment. Yeah, you were telling me earlier that
you
you're thinking,
got
about,
decent arms, but your legs, man, a little scrawny.
dude. It's
I
like
was
it's
just like-
almost as like somebody found like your biggest insecurity and just attacked it. Like it was almost like you're being like on candid camera, almost.
I think it might be my biggest insecurity.
That's
It
what I'm
kind of
saying.
sucks.
Yeah.
If your biggest insecurity is like as evident as legs are, that's not like like it would be cool if there was something like a little more subtle. But
It's like if James was
kinda-
walking down the street and somebody was like, "Yo, you got commitment issues."
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
I'm
I
picking
think,
up what you're
yeah,
putting down.
yeah.
I think somebody's trolling you.
But yeah, just landed in Frisco. Got fucked with and harassed and bullied, and then now onto a pod.
What do you mean landed? You drove to Frisco.
Love Frisco. It's safe out here.
It is safe. I do go for runs at like 3 a.m. And I think every time I do it, I'm like it would suck to be a woman. Like no offense. Like it sucks that our world. First of all, I respect women a lot. Let's just get that
Same.
out there. I think women are
Same.
beautiful and
Women
awesome.
are
I
better
think
than
we
us.
all respect
Yeah.
women.
But it would also suck to be one because like you would be respected so much.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of would suck to always get what you want and have a shitty attitude, but you get away with it your whole life because you're hot. Or I can
Should we make this a little more niche into like hot women?
I feel like
'Cause
I feel like you guys are
there
projecting
I guess
a little
there's
bit.
different types of. You can't just bundle them. Where is this place?
Good news, man. Nobody outside.
Dude, it's actually hot as fuck.
Step one is good. Are we jaywalking?
Step 2, jaywalk.
Jaywalk on the pod?
Got a lot of topics for us today.
Matt, you might have to cut this because we're breaking the law.
We have a brand new soul that we've never spoke to on the Flycast, and we get to just ask
I think
away.
this is the first
Yeah.
time
Fucking
Yeah,
bro.
This is the
James, fucking
first
rookie?
dude. It is a little weird being on this. Like, I used to stream and shit, but like walking with the mic instead of being where Matt Craig is, it is a little weird.
Why?
Yeah.
I will say, like, being on Around the Bar was way easier because there's alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
can
alcohol
imagine.
makes interviews 10 times easier.
I'm still
Hitch is
waiting on
also like
mine.
a good interviewer, and then
Me,
Nick's,
I don't-
Nick's
I-
actually really good at interviewing.
yeah, he
I
has done
genuinely
well.
don't think I'm a good interviewer, but like
You've done good.
I think I wouldn't consider myself a good interviewer. It would be like something else.
I don't know how this is gonna go because it looks like the chairs are stacked up.
It doesn't even look open. Is it like a holiday for them?
Dude,
Wait,
for
wait,
hookah
yeah.
smokers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is like National Hookah Smoke Day, so they go to like a convention together, and then
Wow.
they close down all the little shops.
I have no idea. I mean, you're gonna be the one to go in and find out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're open from happy hour. It's happy hour right now, 12 to 6.
It's happy hour.
Should we get a drink? I know. Where do we?
Should we?
Is it over here?
If it doesn't, if we can't do it out here, we can just go to we can get a
Well,
drink.
let's
I don't know how to.
politely
I don't
go
know how
in.
to order at a hookah place.
We might need to keep the camera out here.
Okay. I was looking at myself because, like, I feel like me and you have been on the same little grind recently where, like, we've been locking in more than usual. Like, I would say this is the most locked in I've been, like, ever for, like,
Yeah.
a 2 to 3 month span.
For sure.
And
For me as well.
I've looked at myself in the mirror and I'm just like, I notice progress, but I'm like, holy shit, I'm still so far
Yeah.
from, like,
It's
like,
crazy.
dude, the other day I took a video post run. Like, you know how dudes will set up their cameras and like do a walk, their shirts off, whatever. They just finish a little 5 miler, sweats running down the body. You're like, oh shit, I look fucking look sick, dude. I just looked like a bag of milk,
Yeah.
and I was just like, this.
It's I feel like unless you have elite genetics, it's very hard to obtain that certain aesthetic unless you
Are y'all talking about each other's bodies
unless you're
again?
like tracking food, tracking workouts, and
Jesus,
and
can y'all fuck already?
Because I
like,
said that I
it's
was
so
gonna, I was
hard,
gonna
bro.
take my shirt off because I have a wife beater on because it's really hot. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
but
I'm
then we were
sure.
talking about how you never know how it's gonna look. Like, I might wear a wife beater and then it might just look really bad sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on doing the Halo pod, I think, and I was like kind of sinking down. Maybe it was a Flycast, but it was just a fucking blub of fucking
Dude, it's so
just
bad.
wearing like an athletic shirt, tits, fucking trash, titty genetics.
Dude, I've been running 5Ks 3 times a week. Like, and then like less than that, like walking or like jogging other than that. And I still look at myself and I'm like, why am I even trying? It's not working. Like, nothing's happening. I'm getting faster, but like I still look pathetic.
I mean, there's some people who we know that you don't gotta look the part, but they'll still be they're still pretty good.
What do you mean?
Like they're not like you think of someone that like runs all the time and does like triathlons and whatever the hell Ironmans. Like there's a certain look you'd think. But there's
Right.
people that don't have that look and they're still fucking good. I'm
That's
telling you,
true.
genetics plays a huge part in the fitness industry. Some people have it so not easy because you still got to do the work, but it's just when you have elite genetics and on top of it, you're doing right. Like those are the people on Instagram that you're just like, damn.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get like that. And also it takes so much time, bro. I counted my calories for a few weeks, and now I'm on week 2 of counting my calories plus tracking my workouts. And I'm thinking, like, why don't I? Where's the change?
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you need to do this for like a year or 2.
Right.
Like
yeah.
that's when you're gonna
you
see.
have to really lock in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll grab them.
We'll grab. Yeah,
good.
no
I got
worries.
it.
No
You're
worries.
Thank you.
But it's just a fucking process. So yeah, if you guys don't know, James, how would you?
What the
Describe-
fuck do you do?
Well, I was gonna say, what's your title here at OpTic for those
What's
who
your, like,
may have
Roger
never
title?
seen you before?
My title.
What title did
holy
Roger
shit.
grant you with?
Well, I guess
When you were
by
knighted in.
technicality, I'm like a producer. But I think that's like, dude, it's titles are so weird in esports
Get it.
because
Oh, yeah.
like what the fuck is a producer? Like really what is a producer? When I think of if I said to like a bunch of people I'm a producer, they would think music producer like first.
That's true.
Because like what do you like?
That's kind of where I'm at with icons too. Like, because I'm like starting I basically have a lot of what the fuck? A lot of history in like doing tournaments and like doing events like that. But like you can't, I'm not going to be a tournament company, so I have to call it a production company.
Yeah.
So I'm a production company, but what the fuck?
What does that even mean?
Am I making movies?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Am I making It's
that could
so
be
weird.
porn.
Yeah, it could be. I mean,
you literally don't know.
I mean, we're not selling any fucking tournaments, so we might have to turn that corner,
But I think I would explain it in like how I explain it to I hate answering the question when somebody asks.
Yeah.
But like, especially like a female, because I'm like, yeah, I work at a gaming org and I film other people that are like,
I know you don't say that shit.
Film important people.
No, this is exactly what I say to a girl.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, I work in like creative production at an entertainment and gaming company. Put the entertainment first, gaming second. And then I'm like, yeah, so
cool.
we just make like YouTube videos and shit. I like merch
But
and
usually
take photos and stuff like that.
Music.
Well, yeah, I'm screaming into her ear, and I'm like,
I
really
work
close.
in entertainment production company.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Matt Craig?
Yeah,
I work with him.
Yeah, you ever heard of Scump? No, all right, good.
I feel like with what we do though, it is kind of a nice conversation starter with being able, or at least with me, even though I don't conversate ever, but if somehow, some way, do conversate with someone and they ask what I do, it's like a nice, lengthy. It's just an interesting kind of.
Well, so now
job.
imagine that, and then my answer is like, yeah, I like film that.
I know exactly.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So it's like my answer is a little less cool because it's like, oh yeah, like he's like cool.
Honestly, it's more cool.
But don't get it.
But I used to
up.
say documentary. I
make documentary is a cool word.
I make a documentary series.
Roger's been living off that word for fucking 7 years.
Because it doesn't matter what you make the documentary about. Like if you make a documentary, thank you so much. Then that's like
we're gonna
really
have to
cool.
figure this out, I guess. I guess it's going.
Just pass the condoms around.
Dude, the fact that we're doing this is insane. I don't think I've gone to a hookah lounge in
this might fuck me up. I had a little bit of pre-workout, which already fucked me up.
I have like a nicotine
Then I had people
intolerance.
challenging me to a fight, which fucked me up more. I've had a stressful day.
You had a fucking day.
Now I get here, Matt Craig's you have an attitude.
Yeah, he's been a little bit attitude lately. But I need him this weekend, so like I haven't been saying anything about it.
But to finish answering the question, TLDR, Matt, and Roger kind of just like Riley is
watch party,
and we get him back for periods of the year. Obviously coming up once Champs is over, we're gonna get Riley back, which is always nice. But like me, Roger, and Matt, kind of like three-headed goat everything.
Yeah.
From YouTube to merch shoots to sponsors to photography related stuff to now like event planning and stuff like that. So we there's not really anything like there's an occasional project that like one of us will work on and only us, but like for the most part the three of us are doing everything, sometimes unequal parts, sometimes equal parts. It all like evens out. But yeah.
No, call him out. Who does the most?
True.
Matt Craig does the most always.
Matt Craig.
He's fist bumping behind the camera.
Have the. Oh, you want to hit this shit, don't you?
he
said hell. I thought you were gonna say hell. Yeah.
What were you about to ask? Matt Craig.
I was about to ask you something.
No,
but don't let him get it. Don't let him fuck you up by. You had the option to be a YouTuber. You didn't have to go behind.
It wasn't even an option. He was one.
He was a YouTuber.
I still have more subs than Zen.
And people, and a lot of people, I guess, might not know this. But yeah, now you're behind the camera, but you used to not be. So you had the option to stay in that sort of field. Why would you leave that? Because seemingly it seemed like I feel like you had the loud. Advertisement, the shorts, the reels, the 10-second kind of personality to be successful on YouTube. So why did you stop that and choose this shit?
Well, I think and you guys can
Oh, God, I
obviously
thought you were
like
farting.
the nice thing is you guys can relate to this because to some it may seem like,
Lightheaded.
oh, so for reference, I worked at Deserto. I had 0 subscribers on YouTube. Out of nowhere, I've always thought about like making COD YouTube content and this and that. And there was like a rise in population, obviously, with TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and like creators were just blowing up left and right from short form content. And so like I think it was probably 3 or 4 years ago now, I decided to like challenge myself to like post a COD short or TikTok every day for like a month. And within like 3 months, I hit like 100,000 subscribers, which like was insane. Now, but like granted, in the time period, that was like the
So
fucking
stupid, isn't it?
worst mental I've ever had.
Why?
Because I like,
That's
dude,
all you did.
that's all I did. I
I'm
was
tired of these
I was
pussies in
working-
OpTic. They're mental this, mental that.
was
You got it
working,
good, kid. I work 12 hours digging oil.
Digging oil. No, what
I,
James was doing was like fucking. I mean, that was hard. That looks hard.
So why was your mental like that?
because so I was working a full-time job at the time at Deserto, which like I was a full-time job, but like I also was, it was the perfect job because I worked from home. Mike Kent never checked up on me.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you can. You
Kent
guys can
never
rip
checked
it.
up on you?
Kent never checked up on me. He didn't know what I was doing. I was working hard though. And so like I had a job where like they're in the UK over at Deserto. They'd log off by like 11 a.m. because they're off in whatever land. And I could then, like, as long as the work that I needed to get done was done by the time I went to sleep for like when they woke up, it was good. So a lot of
Yeah.
times, like a new COD update would drop at like 10, 11 a.m. and I would hop on like some of the new like updates or make videos. And like I would do all that shit during the day. But dude, I became so obsessed with like the numbers and posting every day and like, oh, if I don't post, I'm gonna get like taken out of the algorithm. The algorithm's not gonna like me anymore, and this and that. And like I stopped lifting. I convinced myself that I was gonna like do a dirty bulk. In reality, I was just being like a fat ass for like 3 months. And yeah. And so it just like, I don't know. After a while, I think and also COD like wasn't fun. Like I stopped fucking with COD, and the idea, like I had 2 months where I made like full-time money, where like, oh, if this consistently happened over the next 2 like month after month,
Those
I could
months are
quit
awesome.
Deserto. But also I looked at like the 2 months and how much like time and
Effort,
energy
yeah.
and how much I didn't like. I would log on to play COD to make a video, but then I wouldn't play COD at all. Like I didn't enjoy the shit that I was making at the time. This was right when like Warzone 2 dropped. Like Al Mazrah came out, and I just didn't like it.
Everything's just ass.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? Like, people talk about like, oh, this is a dream job or whatever, but I was at the time I was just like, if I don't like fuck with it, I don't want to do that. And I don't
get
know.
that.
I never like stopped doing because I still did some like in front of the camera interviews and shit for Deserto. And then obviously before I even came here, I was like doing some like on-site interviews at the boxing events, doing shit like that.
Yeah.
But I definitely
Who's the guy you interviewed?
Dude,
Oh,
Don Tolliver.
Don Tolliver.
Interviewed Don. I also I interviewed Adrian Peterson right after
Ooh,
he
Seth
got
can
knocked
tackle him.
out.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
literally 5 minutes after. We were walking back there, and his like agent was like, "Yo, you want to interview AP?" I'm like, no, yeah.
I
And then
mean, yeah,
the
you
dude
have
that's from
to
the
take-
And also,
Deserto
you
with
don't
me
know.
was
You said you didn't know football at all.
at
so
all.
it's like,
at all. I was like, and he just got knocked out. Like
yeah, that's
5 minutes
horrible.
before that, he comes out, and I'm
That's
like,
horrible.
so how you feeling? Like, whatever. And he's like, well, didn't go as planned. And I was like, all right, well, do you got any predictions for the rest of the night? And he was like, well, I lost, so like I don't really feel like I can give predictions. And I was like, all right.
He's just
This
down in
is
the
Transfer.
dumps. Dude.
why is it so windy?
But yeah, that's the. I mean, that's like the shortest version of it
Yeah.
possible.
I feel like
but
Hitch can relate to the stress of analytics and looking at pausing everything else in your life just to look at stats. And like yesterday, I was beside Hitch, and you were just on your phone clicking some YouTube studio analytics.
Yeah.
What this video did what in this amount of time,
Well,
this thumbnail did.
I'm in charge of 3 channels. So like and I really want around the bar and my personal channel to do well, so I'm just constantly checking it. I've never like made YouTube videos before. Like I've made vlogs and shit and like podcasts, but I want to like I'm trying to do this like YouTube shit.
I mean, you're
So-
doing all the right things.
I'm
So-
trying, man. I'm really trying.
So long story short, it was just too stressful of a even like
I don't-
mentally kind of.
Dude,
of
I
just
can't
like,
imagine.
a
I
little
can't
bit.
imagine doing
it's
shorts.
not a full-time job. It's almost like a 24/7.
I can't
job.
imagine doing shorts.
Like you
we've
don't
never
just get the long.
We've never done shorts.
Well,
Yeah.
and the thing is too is like shorts don't pay that well.
No, they
Like,
don't.
and this was before the 1 minute TikTok thing was happening. Where I don't know if you guys were familiar with that, but after a while, TikTok flipped this thing over to where like if you're making 1 minute videos, they were paying out. They still are, but they
Yeah.
had to be a minute long. And so like that was a little bit past me, and you could get paid pretty well from that. And a lot of people, and this is like something that's super hard to do just in general, but like building a short form audience, like I had 140,000 subscribers, and this is like shooting my own foot a little bit saying this, but like nothing to show for it, in the sense that like if you post a long form video, like you can have that many subscribers and you post a long form and it gets 2,000 views because you don't know how to make like long form YouTube videos.
I mean,
it's like a completely different.
You see that shit all the time.
all the time.
Because like some of the goats at short form, like I don't even know if they try long form. Because like why would they?
Yeah.
Like why? Like the Tony. Remember, you know the Tony. He's like the best shorts creator right now. Long hair. He makes like skits. I can't remember his last name.
Does he
Oh.
do shit with like he has a pet duck?
Oh, I know who you're
Isn't
talking
that guy
about.
No,
Tony
no,
and
no.
like a hot girlfriend, ski mask girl and shit?
No. This is a
Are we
different
not thinking
person.
about the
No,
same?
I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
But I
That's what I
don't
was
think
thinking
it's
of. Really?
it's that guy.
Oh no, it's definitely not that.
I think
guy.
he does OnlyFans. Would you do
so-
OnlyFans, Nick?
different algorithms.
Would you?
Depends.
Would you
Depends
guys?
how this
Wait,
OpTic
I'll
shit
ask that
would
to
go.
both of you guys. Would,
Depends
like,
how OpTic goes.
what
I
would,
wouldn't.
what
I would
would
not do OnlyFans.
I don't think like
Alexis
I
has
feel
Alexis
like
has a get out of jail free card. She said if things go really bad, I'll start painting my feet. And I was like, that's the I mean, I'll manage you. Like we'll get
Dude,
out.
I
of it.
wouldn't care at
Yeah.
all if my girl wanted to post her feet online for
But
like
like you know how like
bags.
she paints like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
she
yeah.
did like shit like painted her feet.
She's
there's
a
probably
velociraptor
there's probably
foot.
motherfuckers out there that would pay unbelievable money.
just
and
a
I'm like, all
fucking
right,
dude,
dinosaur
oh my
on her
God.
toe.
I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
That would actually okay. So if shit hits the fan,
If shit hits the
that's your
fan,
plan.
we've got it out.
Yeah, I don't
need
The
to
thing
do
is, I
OnlyFans.
don't think my family would judge me at all. They probably already think like I if someone would, it'd be me. So it's not like I'd feel like I'm letting down the squad.
If you had like a room, like say there was a room and you walked into it and it had every person that's masturbated to the thought of you in that room,
No, it's the sheet of paper. The sheet of paper dilemma.
is that a thing?
How much would you pay for a sheet of paper of everyone who's masturbated to you?
I would pay a lot.
The price would be way higher like now rather than later.
But like rub
Here's
one
the
out
thing.
as a female
But
as
here's
well.
the thing.
Just masturbation.
What if like your brother has?
holy fuck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even care really.
That's like the dilemma.
What?
It's like
I remember as
Are
a
you
kid.
how close are you with your brother?
We're not. I mean,
not jack
I
off
talk to my
close.
brother every day.
no.
That's
As
better though.
No, it's
as
not.
real
If
as
he was like one time I got really drunk and thought like, damn, his physique is nice, and so I rubbed one out. Like that's not that weird.
I'm not gonna lie. I would feel like I don't, maybe that's weird, but I don't like if the next time, every time maybe it would phase away over time. It'd be weird for a little bit.
Nah, it'll stick in that head.
Yeah.
I
Trust
mean,
me.
I'm an only child, so I don't know what it would be like to masturbate to a sibling.
Nah, me and my brother are like we grew up together. We're full blood brothers, but we're so opposite. It's insane. Like I was sports, he was books. I was bad grades, he was good grades. I was bad, he was good. But we're just so opposites. Once I moved out, we just like
Now, how
we'll talk on like on occasions or like a birthday or something, but it's not even like I feel like most of the time if brothers aren't talking like that, it's like there's some weird shit going on.
Yeah.
But like there's no weird shit at all. It's just we're both like I don't talk to many people to
Right,
be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So it's like I think it's just
you wait till
we're socially
uncompatible.
I think that's so
not
normal,
socially
though.
uncompatible. I think it's just our family genetics is just like we all kind of even my mom would kind of
Yeah,
say to
yeah.
ourselves, we're not like when the day's done, like we don't want to go out. We want to sit on the couch, eat potato chips, drink root beer, and hang with our 18 cats, and
yeah,
like
fuck
that's
yeah.
sort of our.
For sure.
And I think that's where I get my mindset of like I think our social batteries just wear off very quick. So no, I do wish I had a closer relationship with my brother, but I feel like that would be the best thing. But at least I do have a brother. Have some half siblings as well, a half sister as well. Do wish we were closer, but
not that close.
But not as close.
Maybe.
But you'd be cool if he was choking his chicken to the thought of you.
I just wouldn't even. I'd be like, whatever, bro.
Whatever,
Like,
bro.
sorry, man. Like,
I remember as
how
a
the cat's doing.
I remember as a kid, we lived in the same room. Sometimes I'd have to tell him like, "Yo, look over there," and then I would.
That's when you were beat off on the wall.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember
Have I told
the
this
first
story
time?
before?
Did you ever hear about that? He used to beat off on the wall.
And then just, I
And
feel
then
like that's
just-
when
and
you were
then
a
just
kid,
rub it
though.
in?
No,
was-
you keep trying to
keep
bring
it
other
there.
people in it. No one else beat on the wall, man.
y'all never beat off on your wall.
I wiped
Y'all use
boogers on my
tissue.
wall.
Y'all use tissue and shit.
I wiped boogers
Oh,
on my wall when
socks,
I was a
man.
kid.
Oh, I was a boogered.
My mom used to
fucking
get so pissed.
Flicker.
flicker, rubber.
Matt, wall game for you or no? Nope. No
No
wall.
cum-
Matt, do you
come
remember
on.
the
No
story
come
I
on
told
from
you
Matt.
recently about the booger flick?
Like if I ever, sometimes I'll see people driving and I'll see their window go down, and then I'll see their hands come out like this. Then I'll start seeing this. I'm like, they're they're drying up they're making the wind dry up their snotty fucking book,
Bro, so many people are eating right now.
So
Just
they-
gross.
so they can just flick it
Have
out.
y'all ever tried to like hawk a loogie out the window and it like lands on,
yes.
the,
Yeah,
the
I tried-
window side?
I try not to spit out the window whenever I'm going fast.
Getting out the window is like a fucking job.
you gotta
You have to
fucking
give it your fucking
blast
Your
That's
whole
always that
car
shit.
just like swerves over for a second.
I've had times where I've tried to throw gum out my passenger window.
It lands in the back seat.
Bro, even just the other day, I think I was with Chewy or something, but I went to put down the window, my passenger window, and I put it down. Then I throw my gum, boom, it just hits the window. It's not even down. I'd move like the back right one instead of the passenger. So it just
Dude,
goes under
okay.
my fucking seat, starts soaking and shit. It's getting hot. It was hard as shit to pull out. I think I've done that a few times, actually.
You tried to throw something out the window and your window wasn't down? That's
Yeah.
not normal.
That's insane.
I thought I hit the button. It's just for Chewy in the
Bro,
back.
How do you not know that the window's
I
not
don't
down?
know, man.
There's
I
no
don't know.
wind
It was
hitting you?
it must have been after like an insane run or
Oh yeah, it's
something.
an
An insane
insane
run.
day, like a day of work.
There's every once in a while where
Minecraft
you'll
and
tell
shit.
a story and I'm like, yeah,
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying.
yeah,
Wait, what?
I've been thinking that for a long time.
Yeah.
Huh?
We were just talking about what kind
Where
of.
I tell a story and you're just like, yeah.
yeah, I
Like
know.
what?
I
I'm
know,
lying?
I bet you there's some people that know exactly what he's saying.
Or
Yeah.
that
We just
that-
can't say it anymore.
yeah.
can't say that word.
Just anything can't be said.
Am I R worded? Okay. I was just making sure we just
How much would you? We were talking about how much would you pay for the paper of people that beat off to you.
Oh,
How much would you pay to get your name off of that list for other people?
and they were just getting it for free. Like the whole world got
The
it
whole
for
world
free.
got it for free. How much would you pay to get your name off of that list?
I don't really
Holy
care.
shit. Yeah.
That's
Because there's
not
no
bad.
one that like I feel like you'd see my name and be like, of course.
Yeah, I got you.
Because
I'm
I
trying
haven't
to
beat
think.
off to anything like
There's not like there's not a
Insane.
random person. There's not like Matt Craig gets his paper and it's like Davis Edwards.
maybe some like
That's
maybe like a random ASMR streamer would be like, what the fuck?
not so random. I know
Nah,
what you're
'cause
talking about.
Because if they're getting that
That
list,
still, that still would be fine.
But even then I'd say like, I don't give a fuck.
see, my thing is like if they recognize my name, then like, eh.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like if they recognize my name, it's like, well, you probably thought about
Imagine
it too.
Sydney Sweeney getting that list.
Holy shit.
It would come in a hardcover.
Imagine
Or
just any
skull.
female.
That's true.
Yeah.
So true.
So
Dude, that would
That would suck.
like just a fitness IG influencer.
dude.
Just thousands.
it says ages
I bet you
too.
there's thousands of women on that list.
Ages would be insane.
Ages would be
No,
insane.
You'd
you
be
can't put
seeing
ages
some,
on
like-
that. That's illegal.
Oh, it would be
Anywhere from
I was thinking
12
old
to 80.
gross men,
Yeah, 12
but
to
your
80.
brain, yeah. Maybe ages, but like 18 and up. Let's keep the rest out of it.
Fucking disgusting. Men are gross, man. We got to respect women more.
You guys are too horny.
no,
I'm not horny. I'm the least horny out of us.
I know.
Who's
That's-
most horny? Who's most horny in the group?
That's I know the answer.
Matt Craig?
No.
James?
Matt Craig.
You.
Yeah.
Why are you so horny?
It's
Yeah,
because I
why
was
are you
sheltered
so
as a
horny?
kid.
How do you
I was literally sheltered
I
as a
was
kid.
sheltered as a kid.
No, dead ass. I was
Was
sheltered
it one of
as a
those
kid.
things where like once you popped, it was like lightning out of a bottle, and you just started fucking?
Dude, I used to, bro,
What was the first nut like?
bad.
Really?
Okay,
Mine
I have
was
an
like,
insane question.
It was to the.
I didn't know what I was doing.
It was
I
to the
just like,
topless scene in the 300.
mine was just in my bathtub.
I stole the 300 from a friend because I looked on this is how horny I was, because I looked on the back cover and it said rated R for nudity.
Someone
So I
probably has
stole
this
it.
on their TV, like with their wife in the background.
So
Kids
sorry.
fuck-
I'm so sorry, guys. No, they turned it off after the booger flicking thing. They turned it off after that. But like it was R-rated for nudity, so I stole it, and I had a CD, a portable CD DVD player. So I popped that in and I replayed the nudity scene over and over
Fuck
and
yeah.
over again.
Fuck yeah. You
I was like
did.
12, 13 maybe.
That's sick.
And yeah, that was the first one.
Did you guys like? This might be insane if I'm the only one, but and Matt, you can answer this too.
Yeah, Matt.
Just
We're
give
gonna
more
bring
options.
you into
The
this.
first time that you guys like,
Nutted.
no, the first time that you guys climaxed, did you nut?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm
Actually-
99% sure I nutted production
You
of
shot-
sperm.
You shot blanks.
I think I might have
Yeah.
did that too.
I didn't even know that was like
And it
genetically
hurt.
possible.
I think it
my
hurt.
body was like
Because I remember
convulsing.
the first couple times that I jorked it, I just like I was like scared. I think I accidentally
no,
did it. I
bro.
was like, holy fuck.
I didn't know how
what
to
just,
do it.
I was like, what just happened?
I was
Oh
like
my god.
squeezing my
Dude.
butt cheeks.
Bro, I was actually scared too. I probably told this story many times, but when I was like 12 or 11, I had a wet dream and I stood up really fast and I passed out. Yeah, I passed out. Like my whole vision went blank and I passed out. And I remember like I went and got my dad and I was embarrassed and I was like I passed out. My mom was freaking out and then my dad came into the room and I was like, hey, I just have to tell you because I don't know if I need to tell someone. I had one of those weird dreams before I
Yeah.
passed out. And he was like really nice and supportive and he was like, it's okay. I'm sure he laughed about I'm sure he went and told my mom and laughed, you know.
Yeah.
But so from that day, I was like scared to ejaculate because I
Yeah.
thought every time I
Yeah.
did, I
Pass
would
her
just
out or-
pass out. So that's why I think that's why I got so horny because that for like 2 years I was really horny but too scared to like.
If that happened
Jack
every time
off.
you jacked off, would you keep doing it and you just get used to the passing out? You passed out and you just
Probably.
dropped for like, but it didn't happen. Like if you were laying down and you ejaculated, the pass out didn't happen until you got up. So you knew it was coming either way.
Dude, that's
you couldn't
horrible.
avoid it. Like
That's
Like you're
horrible.
like, all right, well, I'm gonna just fuck it. I'm gonna not stand up then. And
That's
then like you could do
worse.
it at night, go to sleep. First thing you wake up in the morning, you walk up, take your first step, pass out.
Pass out. You would have to find get like a system like beanbags on the floor.
Yeah.
So like you nut, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up, fall on the beanbag. You just get like 5 more minutes extra sleep.
Dude.
You'd have to find like a system.
What would you guys pay for like your early teen imagination that you had?
I'm
To have,
you're still
to
there?
have it
Yeah.
again.
You're still there? Yeah.
I don't know if I'm still there, but
I feel like
you're like he has issues.
I have
I think he
issues.
transferred his testosterone to me in the scuff house.
You're saying like you
not
have
like
no
no
imagination?
homo, I guess, but
you need the real thing.
No, well, I feel like I do kind of need to watch something, but I definitely don't get as horny as like what other like some people. I think we had this talk with Touche where we were like, maybe once, maybe twice a week, and then Hitch was just like, no, like twice a day,
I didn't say twice a day. I said
And I-
once a day. I lied.
and
but
I was
said
just
once a
like,
day.
I would. It's just not even in me.
Yeah.
So I do. Do I wish? Do I wish to have the 14-year-old horniness as a 33-year-old? I
No.
feel like then I would be like you're just like you're not like.
I guess
Not
if you just
focused on the
treat it-
gym,
Yeah,
not
but-
focused on the job or streams or what's next in your life. You're just like, I just want a nut. So you're sliding into every girl's DMs. You're
Well, no, I mean that's
Try-
not what Hitch is doing, and he's
Oh,
like
no,
he
no.
wakes up. If he's,
I do
you would
wish I
just
was a
have
little
to do
more
like
horny.
2-a-days.
I wish I was a little more horny.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
maybe
Should we talk
maybe
about something else?
yeah.
whole
Let's
episode?
actually, it's been a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
long, so
it's
let's
been a little long.
Hitch. You're back into running.
Back in
James
running, yeah.
has done a fucking
Done a
marathon.
marathon.
Yeah, I did do a marathon.
Did you know you wanted to do a marathon? Or was it like
No, I think it was a trend thing a little bit. I think after the boxing fight that I did.
You're like, I gotta punish myself after that performance?
No, I think that was like
insert the clip here.
Yeah, you can insert me getting punched.
Hey man, you want to get a quick cup of coffee and we'll be back here in a sec. Oh, nice jab. And down he goes. What a shot. It's over.
I think there was like I got a lot of dope from like there being one big monumental event in my life that like marked a year.
100%.
And I heard about other people doing this, and I was like, you know what? That's actually fucking cool. Like, I'll always be able to say, like, this year I did the fight.
Dude.
And then the following year, I was like, all right, what's next? Fuck it, I'll run a marathon because that's just another cool thing that I could check off my list. I'm 26, and I'm like, oh, by the time I'm 30, I could have like 6 dope-ass things checked off.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to. I'll have one soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went vegan for a year.
You'll
Is
finish.
that one? That's a check?
I mean, I guess.
What is your
I
check for
did
this
it.
year? The Elden Ring stream?
I mean, I will do an Elden Ring stream, but I plan on running a marathon for sure.
Yeah,
This year?
But yeah, it was
The end of the
That's good.
year.
Hey, you! Give me back my friend! You know what I want! Don't give it to me, skunk! Man, Hector's gonna kill us! Why'd you give it to him? Because it's the Cash App card. I can decline any suspicious transaction before I'm charged, and even use the nifty card lock feature the second we get out of here. That's money. That's Cash App. That's right.
For a limited time, new Cash App customers that watch this show may be eligible for a $10 sign-up bonus. All you have to do is download the app, use the code OpTic10 when creating your account, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10. That easy. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App.
Where were we at?
I forgot what we were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about.
That's where we're at. James's boxing
man.
career. So this was one of your milestones.
Tim's got his ass beat.
This was, I mean, I got to be honest, though. I give you credit.
You
for
got to
even-
tip it a little bit.
I do have to tip
little
it.
bit.
He went in. No,
It-
well, I can let you tell the story.
It's
I'm
also
s-
good because, like, if you're ever in need of humbling,
Yeah.
right there.
It's reminding me every fucking. I don't
No.
know who did it. I think it was you. But if you go on my computer, this started at the downtown office. If you go on my computer and you open a fresh Chrome tab, it automatically goes to the exact second where I get knocked out.
I forgot I did
And
that.
I don't
Holy
know. I
shit.
don't know how to change it.
Bro,
If you go in there right now and click on Chrome and start a new
Really?
tab, it goes boom. Oh, and down goes sellers.
That
I'm
would
like, all right,
haunt
cool.
me.
Oh my god.
I've gotten so good at like instantly just exit out. Fuck you,
Bro,
and then starting
I
starting a new tab.
I don't think we've ever. I think I did that like
We've
2
never
years
had
ago,
the exchange.
And
I assumed it was you, but I
didn't even know it worked.
oh, it worked. It's been working for 2 years. It's
Bro,
been working
that's
for
so
2 years.
good.
I know you broke it down in like an hour stream or something, but I mean, do you want to do like a mini summarization of
At this
how
point,
how did we get here?
I told Mike Kent, I was like, listen, Mike, it'd be cool to do like a influencer boxing thing. I'm thinking I can train for like 8 weeks, 12 weeks. Like if like what's good? He's like, I'll get you in touch with Keemstar because I guess Keem owed Mike a favor. Keem, he sets me up in like a group DM with him, was like, yo, Keem, this is James. He wants to do an influencer boxing fight. Keem was like, dope. If anything comes along that like makes sense, like, oh, I'm assuming in his head he's thinking Deserto versus something or this or that, you can do it and I'll hit you up. I honestly didn't really think anything would come of it. Originally, and I don't think this has been told publicly, originally, Keem and Mike both started poking at Jake Lucky for me to fight Jake.
Oh, that would've been
Yeah.
great. I would have loved that.
But how it was given across,
Jake's too
how
much of a
Mike
pussy, though.
manipulated it is Mike didn't know that I was like cool with Jake. And so Mike was hitting this dude up like James wants to fight you and all this
I
shit.
love
And
it.
Jake was like, what the fuck?
I love
like,
it.
why? 2 weeks later, I see him.
Why?
I see him at 100 Thieves party in person. I'm like, this is so awkward. I was like, I have to go up to him and like explain, like, dude, I don't want to fight you. His girlfriend's there. His girlfriend's the nicest person ever. I'm talking to both of them. I'm just like, dude.
I don't know why she's with him.
I was like, dude, I didn't want to fight you at all. It's like, it's okay. And
He's
like,
like,
okay,
that's what I fucking thought.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I
And then he
thought.
started
He
talking
starts-
tough.
Right?
He starts like flipping his hair around.
Puts his arm around his girl. I know
This
you
is
didn't
James.
want
This
me.
is the pussy that wants to fight me.
If y'all have met Jake,
Hey.
that's exactly how he is in
He
person.
is. He's
Jake
just like
acts
a real,
just like that.
real tough guy.
He's the toughest guy I know.
That's why you don't fuck with him.
I'll fuck with him.
You
I'll
don't
fight
fuck
him.
with
I'll
that
fight him
fake
right
tough
now.
shit. Well, we
I'll-
can set
I'll
that
fi-
up.
I'll fight him right now.
We
I'll
can
take that
set
motherfucker
that
down.
up for
I
free.
believe in you. But fast forward, nothing actually happened from that like whole Jake thing, and Keem never actually hit
What
me
if
up.
he would have done better against Jake?
Well, if I think I would have done better if I had more than 7 days to train.
You know what I asked? Don't start making excuses.
Yeah, I would have.
start
I would have
making
won
excuses.
against Jake.
Okay, there you go.
I would have won against
Well,
Jake.
Jake, shit, that seems like a call out to me.
Yeah, Jake, stop training for whatever
What are
fucking
you-
marathon you're doing. Just
We could make this
you
happen.
baiting for TikTok clips?
We could make
Well,
this.
Jake, it looks like OpTic producer James has called you out.
yeah, Jake, we're sick of the tweets, man.
Yeah, would any of us
Jake,
ever do that?
Jake, I'm sick of
What?
the tweets gassing up the
Well, I guess
Flycast.
you can finish
I
your
think
story.
the best. Keep going. Sorry,
Keep going.
we were about to flycast you.
We like asking questions, and then while you talk, we just
Yeah, we
Yeah,
like
we go.
flycasting.
The addict just can't wait to talk over Paige.
That's insane.
Guys, his YouTube James Sellers thumbs down
Thumbs down.
on everything.
So a while later, it was actually a week after I accepted the job at OpTic. I'd talked to Roger, all that stuff. So I had told Mike that I was leaving, and I'd given like a 1 month notice. Keemstar tweeted out, "We have Misfits 8 like boxing going on in Nashville next week. We had a last second dropout. We need someone around 200 pounds with like little to no boxing experience." Without thinking, I just DM'd him. I was like, "Yo, I'm interested." He's like, "Call me." Sends me his cell phone number. I call him. He's like, "James, I need to know right fucking now." He's like, he's like, "I owe Mike a favor."
My anxiety would have been crazy.
He's like, "I
So
owe Mike
is
a
this
favor."
Keemstar?
Yeah. He's like, "I owe Mike a favor. And so if you want this, I'm going to give it to you. You'll be fighting Brandon Herrera." I'm like Googling him. He's like, he's a gun YouTuber. I open up his account, like 2.8 million subscribers. He's like shooting bear at 50 cals. I'm like, fuck. So I was like, "Can I call you back in like 10 minutes? Let me call my mom real quick."
Let me call my mom real quick.
I didn't say that. I was like, I need some time to think about it. I called my mom and I was like, "Mom, I have an opportunity to fight. Like, I'm going to get 10 grand either way, win or lose. Like, what are your thoughts?" She was like, "James, do whatever you want, but I'm not going to watch. Like, I
Thank
will
God.
not watch."
Dang, smart lady.
She would have disowned
And
you.
I was like, "All right, wait, what?
That she would have been so sad
For what?"
that you
So,
lost.
like,
her
once
baby,
you,
her
you
baby
see
got
that happening
hit.
to your son, and boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
just
boom.
Yeah, blood.
blood and then
Nose
Pass out.
everywhere.
No
Eyes-
mom deserves to see
eyes
their
in the
son
back.
like that.
Everyone was chanting, "Brandon,
Yeah,
Brandon,
As he's just-
Brandon."
bah, bah.
Stop it.
But anyways, no.
yeah,
just
but
keep
yeah,
going.
anyways,
So, fuck, where was I?
Call your
Call
mom.
your
Mom said yes, 10 grand. I called Keem back. I asked Mike. I was like, "Mike, can I do this?" And he was like, because like I had work. Like I had to finish out my Deserto tenure. He was like,
Yeah.
"If you let us make a video on it and send film crews, then yeah, you can do it and you don't have to work the next 3 weeks." And I was like, "Fuck yeah.
Oh,
10
yeah.
grand plus don't have to work." But then I said yes to it. I had 8 days to prep. I was at 203 pounds. I had to come down to 194. I'd never cut weight in my life. So I had to drop like 9 pounds in 8 days and learn how to box. Didn't have a trainer. Luckily, my mom knew someone who, like, we used to live. I was living in LA at the time. She knew an old family friend who had like a celebrity trainer that trains them at their
And
house.
he believed in you.
He did. Eddie. Shout out Eddie. Eddie
Oh,
was
yeah,
the fucking
Eddie.
goat.
Have you
Eddie,
seen the video? That motherfucker
Eddie was a killer.
tried.
Eddie
He tried believing in him.
Oh,
He was
he
working with nothing.
He was
dude.
on Team James 100%.
Till the end. Even after I
He's
lost.
just-
James
Even after,
he's
dude,
just, I knew
He's
it.
like, I got you've still got this.
bro, I'm in round 3. The doctor's coming up to me. She's checking my nose like, "Oh, can you breathe?" I'm like lying, like, "Yeah, I can breathe." And Eddie's like, "You got to move on the left. When he comes right, do it." And I'm just like,
You're not hearing him?
What the fuck? Like when I watched back the interview or the
He got
little
locked in.
ringside thing,
Dude.
I couldn't hear anything. Like
He
I
was
don't
probably
remember
getting
what it was.
flashbacks
Oh, dude,
of like real fights, and he's like, "Listen up,
bro.
just locked in." His coaching comes into mind. He forgets you've been doing this 7 days.
He's like after the fight, we're like skipping over a little bit, but after the fight, he like came up to me and he's like, "I swear we could have got that motherfucker," and I was just like, "Dude, I'm just happy to be alive right now." Like I had like tissues in my nose because like to get it to stop bleeding, and he's like shaking me. He's like, "Dude, I'm so proud of you. We could have got that motherfucker." He's like, "Listen, 8-10 weeks, we get back in the." I'm like, "Dude,
I am done.
I'm never doing this again."
Was it worth the experience in the 10K?
100%.
Would you do it?
I would have done it for free, I think. Like the 10K helped, but I would have done it for free just because it is the coolest thing that I get to like share with people ever.
I think that's
a nice little bar talk.
The only way I would do it would be for free. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, sure, if somebody was like, "I'll pay you $1 million to fight somebody," sure. But like that would never happen. But like I think like if the opportunity was right, then I would do it. I think like if it was a FaZe versus OpTic card, and there's
Fuck yeah.
6 fights, 5 fights,
Who do I get to
then
fight?
for sure I would do it.
Who do
Or-
you get to fight?
I mean, I don't fucking
I feel like you gotta fight.
Which
like,
phase?
You gotta
old
fight.
school phase?
anyone in FaZe. I mean, they kind of like
You think you can fight Adapt?
I think Adapt and I would be.
I feel like
I mean,
that'd be
that-
kind
I
of.
think that would fuck you up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking
he
huge
might
right
fuck you
now.
up. You think
I mean,
Temper would fuck you up?
I know that
I
like
don't think so.
No,
I
you
know
think you
that
got
like
him?
my
If I trained, I don't see me losing to any of them. Besides, isn't there like Jesper or something?
I
doesn't-
don't know.
no, they're not. He's not on there anymore.
But he did like MMA type shit.
Oh,
didn't
for
he?
sure.
Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
boxing.
that's the guy who just
As long as
beat
it's
the shit out of
Fun
somebody.
fact: I was on the phone with Keem about
Really?
me and Hex connect me and Keem. This was like 20. It might have been like late 2021 or something. But they were trying to get me versus someone in FaZe, and he was talking about Temper. But it was at a time,
Temper
and
was
I already know
fighting
you're
a
gonna
lot.
say excuse, but I tweaked my back.
Bro, this motherfucker.
I tweaked my back before I got the call. It's not like I got
They're
the
commenting right now. Just
It's not like I got the call and then suddenly my back was tweaked, but it was like the worst tweak. Like I couldn't even work out for like 3-4 months or something like that. And I was like, maybe we can line it up in the future, but like right now, it's just I wouldn't even be able to train. So it's like there's just as far as immediate future, no. Maybe somewhere far down along the lines, yes. I would for sure want to get paid for it because there can be some. I don't know the word I'm
I
looking
would
for,
wanna
but
get
there
paid
can be some damage done
Oh,
and
for a-
clips.
for a one-off
forever.
fight. Yeah.
That's like, let me at least get paid for that.
For a one-off fight, for sure. But I would do an OpTic versus FaZe card for free.
But as long as I could train and stuff, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I would say
I
that was
think
the worst. That was the only like shitty part about it is like I do wish that like it was under a circumstance where I could have like trained for 8 weeks and done the whole experience.
yeah.
Instead, it was like it was
Rushed
the
it.
most anxiety I ever had.
I can't even
Bro,
imagine.
that's what I'm
bro.
saying.
I was in
I would be
Nashville.
scared.
I was in Nashville by myself with this dude Eddie, who I had met fucking 4 days before that. And I'm just sitting in my hotel room I
would be
I was so anxious, like I didn't want to hang out with Eddie. Like, and this is no disrespect to Eddie, but like when I'm like sitting there tweaking about holy shit, like I'm about to get into the ring with some random fucking dude in front of all these people online, whatever. I know everyone's gonna fucking watch. The clips are gonna live on forever, like you said. And I'm just like, dude, even the night up until I was sitting in my bed like, how the fuck can I get out of this? I was like, dude, what if I like broke a bottle and it like cut my foot in the shower and I like accidentally?
Really?
I was
Wow,
like
dude.
those
I feel like
thoughts
that's
were
how
going
my
through my
mind
head.
would
go.
Like, dude, Eddie, I don't know what happened. Like, I was having a shower beer to like really calm the nerves. Dropped it, cut my foot open. Like, I can't fight. And I
Bro.
like there
That would
was
feel like such a pathetic feeling though if you did
Oh,
that. Like,
oh, dude, yeah.
You're like, ah! I just start crying like you're just such a loser.
But dude, all those thoughts were so real, and it was like I would sit in and also I was losing weight too, so I like wasn't eating. I was only drinking
You're
water.
just fucking
I was sitting
shaking.
there watching fucking food videos, like just on repeat of people.
Not like Mayweather high. Were you watching boxing highlights
in
and
the
stuff?
on the flight over. I think I watched like Southpaw, where the dude like his wife gets killed and he like.
How did you fight? Regular or southpaw?
Regular. I like a bitch. Kind of.
Like a bitch.
Dude, yeah, I can't. Dude, when I rewatched it recently,
I mean,
Oh,
bro,
bro.
it's like I want to
Well,
make fun of you, and I kind of do, but it's also like I'm not
Dude,
putting
you can't
expectations on
do
myself. Like I feel like I'd go in there and have like fucking Bambi legs, like
Bro, even something
shaky
like
ass
it's just
legs,
like,
like so nervous.
even something I would be comfortable in, like if I went and did the Sidemen charity match, the soccer match,
yeah,
I bet you I would watch myself doing that, and that's a game I played for 14 years. So like I'm very comfortable with a ball at my feet.
yeah.
But even me watching myself like top down in like a produced setting, I would watch myself. I'd be like, God, I am fucking
speed just
fat
coming
and
at you, fucking you
fat and
up.
gross, and I'm horrible. I can't touch the ball right. So I can't even imagine doing something I'd never done before. In 8 days prep, I would be shitting myself.
I mean, especially when it's fighting too,
I
because
would-
that's
I'd
just
I've
a whole.
never been in a fight in my life. Like I fought with my
Yeah.
brother, but like I'm never gonna like actually hit that motherfucker in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of many times. Like, how do fights
Like I
really
didn't really like
fucking happen?
scrap. Like
I mean, besides like when you just
like I had
park
friends
out
in
here
high
and,
school
and a dude wants to fight you.
small ass legs.
But even then, I'm
Small-ass
just like,
chicken legs.
am I supposed to fight right now?
Dude. I wonder what would be the best. What would you do for free? Like if it was a card, would it have to be OpTic
I would do
FaZe?
like a.
Would you fight him for free?
I would
that-
give him money.
What if
Dude.
what if you're in 16-ounce gloves and he's in 10?
Doesn't matter. I'd be too skilled. Too strong, too
skilled.
fast, too skilled. I've watched too many Mayweather fights.
Dude, if you give me 6 months, I got you.
Damn.
You think
6
so?
months?
Yeah.
I think I naturally.
I'm just a freak. I went vegan for a year for no reason.
There's some
whenever
people-
it hits here, it doesn't leave.
But there's some people who I just don't. I think just like don't have that kind of thing.
Damn, he
And
doesn't
it's
think
not
you
like
have
this
that
anger to
dog in
pull
you.
out. I just mean like maybe like a coordination athletic.
you played JV basketball,
And I wasn't that good
and
either.
you always sat the bench.
But I don't know. I feel I've taken boxing classes before and I felt like a natural.
Well,
Kinda.
to see, that's the problem.
Hell yeah.
Is like when I was like, and I don't know if Eddie was being delusional with
Like
this.
look at my. Look at this.
I've seen 50-year-old mothers in group classes like do the same exact thing in a class. Like they're hitting I mean, you're a 33-year-old adult that like you see, look at you. Sit back down.
Injured shadow boxing.
Yeah.
Sit back
Tweaked
down.
his back,
But no, I thought like, and
stabbed his
maybe
eye.
Eddie was gassing me up, but like when I was like training, I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking athlete. Like
Right,
I played
yeah.
Division II basketball. I've been a sports guy my
Boxing's
whole life.
it's just different. bro.
It's different,
it's
and
fucking-
also like the quote about like you're whatever. It's you can have a plan until you get punched in the face. Like, dude, once you're in there and like shit starts hitting the fan, and like you don't know what the like. It's not like I could leave the ring. Like you're
Yeah,
just
dude, you're
stuck
trapped
in
in
there
there.
until someone gets knocked down.
Yeah, no, I joke around, but
I would never do
I'd
8
be
days.
shitting my pants.
I would never do 8 days prep for anyone. Except Mr. Beast, maybe. Like it would have
Yeah,
to
that
be,
would be dope.
or Obama. Like it would have to be somebody where like people would know, like, oh, that's
This
the
is
kid
the guy that fought.
that's the kid that fought
Mr.
Obama.
Beast knocked out.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
then I would do it, sure.
That'd make it worse.
But like, there's not a single person. Ben J. Nassim, I would do it for 9 days prep.
Do you think something like this will ever happen? Like an OpTic?
I mean, I think it's got to happen in the next 2 years.
Yeah,
And Seth has to
Even
Seth has to be on board. Like Seth has to fight
If
Ronaldo.
I feel like if he's not in it,
Seth won't do it
what's-
for
Yeah,
less
I feel
than
like
we
Seth-
can't do it.
I
I don't
feel
think Seth
even
would do it
for an amount of
regardless.
money. Yeah, it's a lose. Like
Seth-
I wouldn't
yeah,
do it if
that's
I was
true.
Seth.
Seth doesn't
won't
need
even-
an amount of
Doesn't need
money.
it. Yeah, there's like I would not.
He's not
do
going to
that if
get
I was
clout
Seth.
off of a fight.
The only person I would
Those
fight
people
if
wouldn't
I'm
like it.
Seth is Zin.
Just a guaranteed dub.
Yep.
Nah, he wouldn't do that. I guarantee you.
No, I know he wouldn't
imagine
do it,
Zin.
but like I'm saying, if I was Seth, that would be the only person I would fight. Like,
you don't think
just-
Seth would fight Simp?
I mean, dude, would
That's
Seth,
actually that's a
Seth-
huge lose-lose. That's a huge lose-lose.
I would have my
Imagine
money
he
on
lost to
Seth.
Simp.
Imagine
And
Zinny wins.
The thing is, Seth is like so like if he, I do think that if Seth like said yes to it,
It would-
he would be a freak. Like,
dude,
he would train harder than anybody else.
he would just get jacked doing push-ups.
Yeah, it would be fucking ridiculous. Also, like he's gonna get a legit ass coach. He's gonna have the perfect training regimen.
He'll probably
Actually,
hire
he
a
would
chef.
stick with it because he like when he's the type
Yeah,
when he puts his
exactly.
mind to
Yeah.
that.
If Seth said yes to it, I think we would have to
I would
do
put
it.
my money on him
Yeah.
against most people that he'd be fighting.
But like, who in FaZe would he fight? That would be the best possible fight.
The problem is, like, I don't think, like, Seth is wired different in the sense that, like, I don't feel like a lot of, like, gamers are. Like, people, I'm trying to think of people in FaZe, like, he would have to fight, like, because, like, he would have
That
to
dude's
fight
been
somebody
boxing a lot.
that's, like, not actually a
It
streamer.
would have
or
to
a
be
gamer.
Ronaldo. Like, it would have to be Ronaldo.
No, I think Seth beats the
What about, like,
fuck out of
Temper?
I think so
Ronaldo.
too, but I
would
think
say like
I think he
Temper.
would.
They're both like
He
170
won't fight
to
Timber.
180.
He would never fight Timber.
Why?
He won't play. He won't play fucking Black
Okay.
Ops 2 if he
Okay.
knows somebody has extra reps. Like, he won't play if he thinks he's getting fucked over at all.
Okay,
he
but
will
let's
say no.
say for the theoretics, like, he doesn't think he's confident. Seth is saying yes to who would be the best matchup. Like, even if they're more experienced, because like I said, I don't think there's anyone with no experience that's in the
Kason.
gaming
Banks.
Kason?
Seth versus Kason.
Seth versus
I
Banks.
still think
Actually,
Seth
Zuma.
beats the
Zuma's the best.
Dude, did you see Tommy's fight? Remember when he did that fight thing?
No, I didn't.
Zuma?
Yeah, Zuma did a fight.
Oh
Really?
yeah,
Yeah, he did a fight like stream a while ago.
Black Boy Max, right?
Someone, but it was
Or Rage?
bad.
I mean, of course it is.
But,
I don't
like,
imagine
I don't think he
anyone's
trained for
being
it. I don't
good.
think he trained
No,
for
I'm
it. Though,
sure he
to
didn't.
be fair, I don't think he trained for
But
it.
I think if the best possible solution is Zuma.
Probably.
Seth versus Zuma would. I mean, I think that stream would get.
Yeah, I mean, it would get a lot of
200,000
views.
That would
viewers.
make complete sense.
Yeah.
And then Hex versus Banks.
Yeah, I don't.
Once
I
his
mean,
foot heals,
I don't think Hex would ever box.
I don't think Hex would either.
But I mean, I think you would probably have to fight Rage or Max.
Or like
Zen-
Silky.
Max.
Zen.
Isn't that dude like 5'6", 150?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is small.
Oh,
but
I
you'd
didn't
have
know he
to,
was
You
short.
might have to
So
fight.
I would have to
how
fight
big
one of the
Silky?
guys in shape that are athletic and
Is Silky
yeah,
in
yeah,
is
no.
Silky in shape? I was
I don't
trying to
know.
think of people in shape. I
I don't
thought
know
Silky's
if any
in
of them are
decent
like
shape.
fucking insane shape.
Zen fights Lacy for sure.
Holy fuck, dude. You know what's crazy? I don't know who would win that.
Zen versus Lacy.
Insane.
I don't
Well, no,
know.
but
I love roasting Zen, but that's insane that you just said
I don't
that.
know, dude. Lacy's
Have you seen Zen
I-
dance?
Actually, you're making great points.
Like Zen like
I don't
if you
know
look
if the
at someone
hand-eye
dance,
coordination.
I
Yeah.
feel like that gives you a like you're
Right.
dancing in the ring a little bit. Like it's a
get
little
you. I get
finesse,
exactly
it's a little
where you're coming
movement. Actually, I went to a boxing class. I almost killed Zen once going to a boxing class. And he sends me pictures. There was an intersection
Killed
that was
Zen?
yes. There was an uncontrolled intersection. We went to a boxing class together. And I wasn't paying attention. Like I thought it was just a left green.
Oh, like I thought you meant like boxing him.
No. And I went I went and like there was like 4 cars going full speed and I like
Yeah.
made it through and he sends whenever he's at that intersection he'll send me a picture and I'll just be like, wow, I almost killed you, but I didn't. But I do think I don't know Lacy like because again Lacy's like if the FaZe camp is going all in on like this huge boxing event that's coming
they
up,
would train
Oh,
so
they
much
would.
harder.
they're gonna
bro.
get Michael B. Jordan's gonna show
yeah,
up
Yeah,
and like
true.
and
You're right,
fucking
Mayweather's gonna
whoever
be there
trained
on their
him for
side.
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
And
they're
then who
gonna
do we
show
get?
everyone.
Nate Shot.
That's our like.
That's our
Ocho
fucking
Cinco might
coach.
fuck with y'all.
Yeah, Ocho
Yeah.
Cinco. I mean,
Ocho
Cinco
we would
probably fuck
probably
with y'all.
Seth would probably like help.
Tyreek Hill will be there supporting. I think I don't know.
Sugar Sean.
Sugar Sean.
He's probably cool with them now at this point, though.
Yeah,
Ooh.
maybe. But no, it's. I think think that those are good though. Wait, who did we say you're fighting?
I mean, you
like
just listed
Silky or
Silky?
Silky. Who's the other one?
Seth Zuma is like title fight. Who fights Kason? Because you know Kason will want to get involved.
who fights Kason?
Give me
You?
Kason.
Tush.
Oh,
Touche.
Tush and
Kason.
Kason. Tush
Yeah,
and
that's a good
Kason's like
one.
really good actually. Who does Pomage and Nikon? Pomage and Scope?
Pomage gets. Actually, I don't know.
Pomage versus Scope is like there's some like rivalry there. Even
but
if it's
isn't Scope
unspoken. But Scope
200 pounds less?
Scope's gonna get fucking railed there. Scope and who else?
Pomage and Nikon.
Yeah.
But I mean, even Nikon's small now. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah,
It'd be fun to watch.
It'd be fun depending on who I get.
We probably don't come out on top, I will say. I don't think I don't know if we win. It depends on the matchups. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it
we
depends
win.
on the matchup because all the matchups you've said, I don't hate for us, for you guys. Like I think I have full confidence in. I lied. I said I have full confidence in everyone, and then we talked about why Zen can't dance and how he might lose to Lacy.
Yeah,
We're worried
It
about
depends.
Zen versus Lacy over everything. Pitch versus
I don't know who I think Touche.
Adapt.
Yeah, I think it
yeah,
might
but
have to
Adapt
be
is
you and
like
Adapt.
Adapt's like fucking jacked right now.
Okay, we'll get to
Yeah.
work.
Okay, yeah, I'll get to work. I mean, I would say yes to that for sure,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be confident if I had 8 days prep. I wouldn't be confident.
No,
I would look like that.
Yeah.
That's what I would probably end up looking like.
Yeah. My nose is still not.
It really just depends on if we got 6 months. It would have to be 6 months out.
6 months is a healthy amount of time.
6 months out.
Should we end this segment talking about females? Because I feel like last episode you guys talked about. Nick brought
Females.
up. Yeah, Nick.
Should we start talking about females? Your
Yeah,
specialty?
yeah.
Well, we can get into that.
Yeah, we need to get into it a little bit. 6 minutes.
All right, we got 5
Fuck.
minutes of female talk.
5 minutes.
What's-
That's probably just enough.
Before Roger. Fuck.
Because you guys called me a womanizer on the last episode.
Okay, so
Oh,
defend.
wow.
We call you a whore. We call you a womanizer. We say
You're just defending yourself.
you've been single.
Mhm.
You got 4
I'm
minutes.
here to
What-
defend
okay, let's start
myself.
with this. You've been single for
3 years, ish.
thought it was longer than that.
4 years maybe.
How many people have you talked to in those 3 years?
I talked to a lot of people. Talking to you guys right now.
Why do you think you're single?
I'm terribly yes, but I'm terribly scared of commitment. That's not a secret.
What does that mean?
He's a four.
I think I have, and I heard this a while ago.
What?
Like
I
while
think
you're with someone, you just
Lucy.
constantly think of the fantasy of being with other people.
No,
I get
no,
that.
no. I've never cheated. I've
I'm
never
just-
cheated. I've never been cheated on, but like, and I never would cheat, but I have a fear. Like everyone has like their chronological like made up timeline that they come up with when they're young. Like, oh, I'm gonna get married at this time, and I'm gonna have a kid at this time.
Yeah, I thought I'd be a millionaire by 30. Keep going.
Shit. But
You're-
I think in my head I was like, oh well, I'd love to get married by like 30. And then have a kid between 30 and 33. That way I can be a young dad, like play basketball and shit with my kids when they're in their teens, this and that. And so like I am like very scared of getting into a relationship and then it like wasting a year or two with like the wrong person. Where I'm just like, all right, well, I just fucked off for 2 years.
Yeah.
And so I'm hypercritical. Like, and I think to a fault when I meet somebody, I'm just like, I'm scared to like because if I say yes to that and okay, well, all right, great, maybe we fall in love, this and that, and it goes, and then 2 years later it doesn't work, which I guess that's life.
Like that's life. That is life.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, don't want that to happen.
No,
do you?
yeah, that would suck. I don't know
That-
what
yep,
I would
it
do.
would suck
I'd
if it
probably get
happened.
like if I had dogs, I'd co-parent them, and then I'd get an apartment downtown.
Nope, that sucks too.
I get in a pet house apartment downtown, and I'd like get hella tats.
I wouldn't do that.
No.
Nope. Wouldn't.
Oh, shit.
I'd just
Okay.
stay. Just do. What's the opposite of that? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
do cool
do
shit.
another one of those.
Do cool shit.
No, and I mean, to be for real, like I don't look at what my situation was as a waste of time, but it is to a point now where I'm like, fuck, man, that was like over 2 years. Like now I'm fucking 33, and it's like now I've tried to go out a few times, and I'm just like, am I the oldest fucking person here?
Well, dude, I feel old. I can't imagine how you feel.
Bro, I feel weird in certain situations, and then I'm just like, fuck, like, did I fuck up? But like, really, was it gonna work? And how do I go, like, where do I go to now? So I do feel all that. So you don't think it's like almost pressuring you to like force something to happen?
I think
forcing something's
lately
just
I've
not even
lately I've taken a back seat to it quite a bit. Like I haven't been on dating apps in like 5-6 months, and I just like I'm trying to like just let it come to me. Whatever happens, and I don't know. I heard this like people were saying that like some fucking TikTok, but it made sense. Girls are scared to end up alone. and guys are scared to end up with the wrong person. And I can't speak for the
Absolutely.
girls, but I agree with the guy. Like the guy thing, that's like my thing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, all right, well, I'm at an age now where like, all right, if I get into a relationship, you guys have like everyone, including Roger, Matt, Paige, everyone that I'm close to, all my friends here, like we're a big old family. And when people get girlfriends, like they bring them around, and they're like a part of the family too. I've yet to bring a girl around in the 2 years that I've been here, and like I think there's
I've yet to see you like solo bring a girl here. It's always like you'll know someone when we're out or
well, and I think
whatever,
part of it
but
is just like I don't want to bring somebody around that's like temporary. Like if I bring someone around that like you guys meet, I want you guys to be like, oh fuck, like all right, well James must really fuck with this girl.
I'm excited for that day.
Me too. Fuck. Yeah,
Me
How's
too.
Mr. Perfect?
Yeah.
I mean,
Any advice?
Any advice for me? What do you think's wrong with me?
What's wrong with us?
What's wrong with us?
You know what I think my problem is? I do honestly think I'm like a little shallow. I think I'm a little shallow. I think I go for, I don't know about
I think
girls
you want to be a
out of my.
rapper.
I think I go for like girls. I don't want to say out of my league, but just like kind of shallow but also at the same time, I don't ever approach females, and I feel like I don't even give myself a chance to have enough opportunities to even meet a potential new mate. So I don't know. I feel like that's my issue. Do you agree?
Kinda.
What's our issues?
Yeah, I think James is extremely scared of being with the wrong person, but he already said that.
Yeah.
And I think you are always going to be grass is greener situation and everything in life. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Flycast. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back next time.
DreamHack this weekend.
DreamHack this weekend.
Buy the tickets. Pull up. BTH RNL merch. Buy it. Matt Craig, play outro music.
Peace.